Hello, this is Uncle Jim, and it's can cleaning time, so I thought I'd do a can video for people that are new to suppressors or whatever, and give some advice. All right, first off, if you buy a suppressor, it's a lifetime deal, so use a reputable company that's going to be around for years, because let's see, most of these are 9 and 10 years old, and the companies are still around. So it makes a huge difference. Between that time, I've seen so many companies go out of business, and you have no warranty or no repairs and things like that. Then you have to go to an SOT, and he's got to custom do it, and it costs a lot more money than somebody that already has those parts and can replace them. All right, so these are about 9 and 10 years old. Not much has changed as far as decibel ratings, but they have come up with a lot of new technology, and so it's a lot easier to take apart and clean. And now you can get modular, meaning you can change the length of the cans, which is really nice. They didn't have that when I bought these. It's kind of like a pistol brace thing. They didn't have that law, but now somehow they got away with making it so you can have extra parts. And so pistol, especially 22, and pistol cans, you want heat-treated stainless. And the reason is cleaning. You can throw them in a sonic cleaner. You can tumble them like your brass, as long as you don't let them clank around too much. Lots of pins, small tumbler. And so today I'm just going to throw them in the sonic cleaner. They don't have to be perfectly clean. They actually work better when they're dirty and have kind of it's like an acoustic ceiling. When they're slightly dirty, they're even quieter. You just want to get all the loose stuff out of there, and you don't have to be perfectly clean. So sonic cleaner I use the most just to get the bulk off. If you want it totally clean, you're gonna have to, there's the dip, which is vinegar and hydrogen peroxide, and that'll get it all off. However, that turns into lead acetate, and that is toxic waste. It'll soak into your skin. It will kill your groundwater, and it's terrible for the ground and environment. You never run that down the sink or the drain. You have to take it to a hazmat facility, and I've never done that because it's way too toxic. I would rather go outside and put a respirator on and take a soda blaster and soda blast them off. But I've never needed to. I've had these 10 years. I just get the bulk off, and that's fine. That little stuff that's left on there, that's like an acoustic ceiling. It makes it even quieter. All right, so basically I have like two kinds, and we're not talking rifle right now. You have K-baffles, which are like these and these here. And those eliminate a lot of the first round pop. Your first shot's louder than the rest. And I like K-baffles myself. This is a monocore, so that means it's all one piece. And monocores usually have a loud first round pop, which I don't like. I want them to be quiet all the way through. This particular Liberty can is kind of eccentric how it was designed, and it doesn't really have a first round pop. That's not really noticeable anyway, so that's good. But they don't make them like this anymore. Company is still around, and they do an upgrade where you can change this, so it's easier to take apart and clean. However, you got to pay some money to have it upgraded, and it turns out that it has a first round pop now. So I'm just sticking with this work of art, and never felt the need. Okay, that is a work of art right there. That's just cool. That's kind of why I bought it, because it's a good company, Liberty Suppressors, and they're still around making stuff. And they make some good rifle cans. All right, so this little guy's 22, and you can see the color of heat-treated stainless, you know. That's why you're paying, all right? And these all unclip here. Now, this is the same color, but it's a 22, and it's so dirty, you can't see the color, but they're the same color. All right, so heat-treated stainless baffles. Aluminum's nice because it's lightweight and everything, but good luck cleaning aluminum 22 cans. They're, yeah, loads of fun. Another thing is, in a sonic cleaner, you don't want to put aluminum or titanium in a sonic cleaner because eventually it'll start pitting. Okay, and it'll start pitting. I've seen aluminum baffles totally pitted because they were put in a sonic cleaner. What else? Don't put your tubes in a sonic cleaner. This one here, when I was brand new to it, I threw the tube in there and it took the finish right off. So I had to gun coat this and bake it. It's a gun coat finish, and it has lasted for 9 years after I messed up and did that. So I had to airbrush that sucker. But it's lasted, and lessons learned. So basically, you just take your baffles and clean those, and then your tubes, you can just run a shotgun brush down there and clean it. All you want is for it to go back and forth together, so you don't have to push them out so hard, and it's pretty easy. So the other thing is, nowadays they have cans that are modular and they fit all kinds of calibers. I can shoot 22 out of this, but the thing is, it's bad enough on a regular full-size pistol. Putting something this huge on a 22 is ridiculous. On a pistol, rifles not so much. You don't notice all the huge weight out there out front. But if you want to shoot 22 suppressed, you want a 22 can. There ain't nothing finer than a little tiny 22 can that is super quiet. These will have a bigger bore, so it's not going to be as quiet. And that's why you do dedicated 22 cans, in my opinion, because they're just so light and handy. And I think everyone should have a 22 can. They're the most fun and quiet, especially on pistols and stuff and rifles. This is kind of my rifle can because it's longer. All right, and it's a little more heavy duty. Well, they're still pretty heavy duty. Okay, now this is my 9 can and 45 can are the same design. They started off as SWR. They merged with Silencer Co. Henry was the designer, and he was awesome. Now he has rugged suppressors because Silencer Co. got shitty management, and they fired him because they got in an argument over designs and stuff. And he was one of their best designers, okay? And these are awesome. They unclip, throw them in a sonic cleaner, and the reason is they're clipped together is to keep the inside of your tube clean, so you don't have to worry about that. You just push it out, unclip these, and clean them. Now you'll notice they're not just washers and steel wool like the old days. These are much quieter. These companies went through all kinds of R&D and computerized and decibel ratings to get the right designs, and that's why you see certain little cuts. Let's show you one of these. Like, see these little holes here on each side, and then the way it's shaped there, and especially right here. That all means something, and that took a lot of research, and that's why the bigger companies are the way to go, even if you have to pay more money. See the little two, all this, there's a reason for it. Okay, so a lot of monocores are just, this is a monocore, a lot of them are just slats of metal with holes through them, and they're very simple, but that first round goes bang, and then it goes poof, 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 and I don't like that, but Somehow this one with its intricate cuts doesn't have that first round pop. They don't make this anymore. They give you the upgrade if you want it. If something happened to this, they would still take it under warranty if it was, a manufacturer thing. Some of the good companies offer a one-time you dumbass warranty, which means you did something really stupid. And in this case, I shot a 45 through my 9mm can because they both use the same adapters, and I didn't notice. They're almost identical. And I grabbed it out of the safe. I shot a 45 through this. And I enlarged the first hole, and then the bullet's on my wall. You guys seen it, where it shrunk down to a 9mm. They had it back to me. It was over the weekend. They had it back to me in 5 days. And if you didn't count the weekend, 3 days. Totally rebuilt, free. One-time dumbass warranty. After that, it's manufacturer. Something goes wrong. And that's why you want a quality. I can't emphasize this enough. There's so many fly-by-night, unheard of companies making suppressors now. Will they be there in 10 years? These guys are. All right, so rifle cans. They're a totally different animal. Most of them are all welded together. You can't take them apart and clean them. Okay, and then they'll have Inconel or better on the first baffle so it doesn't erode from all that pressure and the rifle rounds. And then you have light and heavy titanium versus, like, this one's all steel. It's short, but it's like 19 ounces. And it's not as quiet as a bunch of cans today, but that's because it was compact. And it's built like a tank, believe me, it is. And it's still okay, but there's some better ones out there nowadays. But, we're talking 10 years. So today you got your modular. I'd love to have modulars where I could just short it and have a 9mm can that big, so it didn't hurt my ears. It was still louder, but it's more handy, especially on rifle and stuff. And then 22, same thing, modular. You can make it short like that, just so it's tolerable, especially on a rifle. Won't hurt your ears at all, and then you can go longer for being super stealthy. I guess that's it. At the end of this video might be flashing lights, and if you see that, just plug your ears and run, okay? Just shut the video off, because I wrote a song about it. All right, I hope this helps. If you have any questions on suppressors, just let me know. And definitely, if you're shooting 22 pistols and stuff, you want a little tiny can like that. It's built like a tank with stainless steel baffles. And that are these, and they're going in the sonic cleaner right now. And they're not going to be perfectly clean. They're going to be acceptable. And that's perfectly fine. Boom, bang, pow. And it's even quieter that way. All right, I left out a few things. Most of the older cans, the serial numbers are in the middle. And now they've gone to putting them down here. And the reason is the ATF got really involved when they started rebuilding cans for people. And if you blow up your can, the serial number, just like a gun, is your can, all right? And they would not allow them to replace this because the serial number got destroyed. So they put them down here. Stupid law, I know. So that's something to look out for also. So it can be rebuildable from there up. Now, if you have a brand new can, some are test fired, but if you have a brand new can that's spotless, baffles, what you can do is heat them up, get them warm, and soak them in .3 or .4 brake fluid. It's got a lot of silicone in it, and it makes it where this just comes right off next time you clean it. And so if you have a virgin can, do that trick. It's a nice trick and it works really good. .3 or .4 brake fluid. Get it warm, let it soak into the pores, then clean it off or wipe it all down, and then it'll clean off a lot easier. One more thing, there's a myth. I'm not getting a can because they can track me and come to my house and search my stuff. No, that's not true. They need a search warrant, okay? Every time you buy a gun, they already know who you are anyway. People are paranoid about buying a can because of that. No, they can't come to your house just because you have a suppressor. Only if you do a Form 1 and make your own suppressor, then they can come to your house because they want to make sure you're not changing parts. Because once you make it that way, it has to stay that way. Just like the serial number, okay? So if you make your own can and do a Form 1 tax stamp, yes, they can come to your house and ask questions. As far as buying a factory can, they cannot. It's illegal. So there's a myth busted right there. All right? And they know who you are anyway. Anyone that bought a gun, they know you already. These are considered firearms. All right? So if you've done paperwork on a gun, it's the same as having a can. They can't come to your house unless they have a search warrant. All right. Hello, this is Uncle Jim. And we have flashing lights. Anyway, well, Mama told me when I was young, get a suppressor, have some quiet fun, and listen closely to what I say. And if you do this, I'll let you go out and play. Mamas know how to clean, but they can be mean if you're quiet or if you're dirty. So there's that. So take your time, don't shoot so fast. Carbon can build up, but it will pass. And find a woman, and you'll find love. And if she's quiet, she'll be your turtle dove. Oh yeah. Be a simple kind of man, and use a simple kind of can. Just get a simple kind of can that's easy to clean, easy to understand. Just get a simple kind of can. Stainless steel baffles. Easy. Boom, bang, pow. Clean it any way you want. Life doesn't have to be that complicated. Alright? Alright. Until next time. Thanks for watching. And be a simple kind of man. I hope you understand.